And back on trail. I wait till I'm out of town before I do my intro spiel. These are all the beautiful shops, all sorts of different restaurants. I partook in several. This is the port. Some interesting looking wing things. Big fish. Pretty fancy entry to the port. And here is the end of section 81. So I am down here and I am heading that way. Ooh. Good morning and welcome to day 10 of the Namparang Trail. Day 9 was yesterday, which was my rest day. So day 8, it was just a short half day. I was up early and it was mainly roads, but it was pretty. Yeah, it was nice. The rain held off. Couple of sprinkles. It wasn't till just as I was in town, so with less than 5 minutes to go it really started pouring down. Couldn't check into the motel, so had some lunch and hung out in a cafe till I could check in, and then yesterday was just eating and relaxing. It's a cute little town, got a big range of restaurants, lots of public toilets, so yeah, it's a pretty town. Today I am on course 80, so just changed over. Course 80 is 20 kilometres, estimated 7 hours, and grade easy, and it's roads the whole way. That's alright, it's winding along the coast. Yeah, body's feeling great. Full stomach, but yeah, it was good, nice to have a rest. It was a lot longer than I would normally go before resting, so it was definitely well appreciated. I've had a late start. It's 10 o'clock now because the weather is meant to be clearing and it's not too bad at the moment, just occasional spitting, so hopefully it does clear as it's meant to. Right, good to be back on trail. Cannot believe how many restaurants there are, and it's quite neat. A lot of them have got the fish tanks outside so you can see what you're going to eat, or you can just buy the fish and take them home. I tried to eat eel, but I actually couldn't find a place that was serving it. Oh, those are bigger. And then shellfish. Oh, poor little octopus. Oh, right. Oop, big bridge over to the island. Fish market in there. It's just a range of things. Just gone inside to another part of the market. It's just all sorts of different things. There's a cuttlefish, shellfish, all sorts of things. Crabs. Fishing supplies. Another interesting difference here is the police always have their lights flashing even when they're not in pursuit. So I guess it's only when you hear the sirens that you completely pull over. So we've climbed up and over Namparang Port and Sinma Port, 700 metres this way. Surprisingly, the internet reception was actually really bad in that town, so trying to upload a video, it took an entire day trying to upload a video, and that meant I couldn't use my picture translate, looking at menus and the like, which is a little frustrating, but the people in the restaurants are wonderful. They explain as much as they can, make noises to try and explain what it is that I'm about to eat. And when stuff comes out, they help me with how it's meant to be eaten as well, because each thing's got a slightly different way of doing it. So yeah, people here are just so lovely and helpful. The only exception I had is some guy throwing out some water from his shop all over my feet just as I'd finished drying my socks. That was, not pleasant. And he only half apologised as well. These mirrors are good, I don't need to do walk away selfies. saw the marker on that give way sign, so I assumed we're going that way, but there's no markers that way, and I checked my map and we're actually going this way. Can't see any markers. There's a marker way up there on that sign. So I just passed a sign, said 1.2k to a landscape observatory, which seems like a fancy name for a viewpoint. We'll see when I get there. Off the causeway and onto the coast road. That's it. You tell me. Another big, I assume, fish farm. So many islands out there. It's very hard to know where the mainland is. And around the corner, another bay. It's lovely with the forest. Be even more lovely if we're walking through the forest. A big dairy farm right across the road. Still heading in that direction. Going through the fields. Heading that way now and then in. See the sign for the town. Markings today not been as good as usual. There's been a lot of intersections where I haven't been able to see any markings and have had to get the map out. And then sort of the confirmation, even when you're going the right way, it's ages before you see another ribbon. And I think I see one in a little tree over there. Just a long way to see from that intersection back there. Oh, this place is beautiful. At some stage I want to stay in a traditional homestay, one of those houses like that. According to this, I'm doing 12 k's an hour. I don't think so. Pots. Oh, there is a little convenience store here. I don't need anything at the moment. Coffee and tea for a vending machine. Better sign marking, saw that one. Right, heading back to the sea again. It's been raining on and off, but the rain is just really light, misty rain. And it'll only be for a minute or two and then disappear. And the sun, every now and again, you can feel the sun trying to come out. So hopefully it is going to be clearing. But it's not been worth getting the umbrella out because the rain is just so light. Back to the coast road again. It's getting quite windy across that open part. It's still a very cool wind. 17% gradient. It's going to use a couple of different muscles for more of this plain flat walking. It's been 8k and pretty much flat. A bit more sheltered over this side. Today my shins are good. Unfortunately, I am getting pain going up here, which is what I had in Australia. And my shoelaces are loose. I've been stretching, but that is not a good sign. So I've slowed down. Maybe I took off too fast today. The fact that's happening after a rest day, that's just frustrating. So I've slowed right down. I hope that does not become an issue. It's because it's so much road walking. It's just so hard on the legs. And back out onto a bigger road, getting back to the water. It's the biggest cow farm I've seen. It's a lot of wastage of food in there. Wow. Doesn't seem very organised in there, which makes you worry for the cows' welfare. A little sheltered artificial harbour. Sun came out briefly and it's really warm, instant difference. Right, I might sit here and have some lunch. There's a nice lunch spot and I have changed out. No wet weather kit. I'm back into the wind jacket. Still not warm enough to get rid of the jacket totally, but I don't need to wear a raincoat. I'll try and wear the raincoat as little as possible just to make it last for longer. I'd rather wear this, my neat little wind jacket. I love this jacket. I've made this jacket just before my Norway hike, so it's done every hike except for my very first one, and it's one of my favourite pieces of gear. I'll do a little show and tell at some stage on my favourite little jacket. I'm going to tiptoe around some of these puddles. As you can see, there was a lot of rain on Sunday afternoon and most of Monday, which is quite nice when I was inside and not hiking or in my tent. Been a lot of long straights. The excitement to get to turn a corner and another long straight. But after the end of this straight, then we're in amongst the trees and around and off to the other side. So should be a slight hill at least, something for variety. And back onto a very quiet, bigger road. I won't say main road, I'll say bigger road. Marking was hidden by the sign there. Heading off that busy road. Well, they're not busy, the 2-lane road, back to country roads. Not a lot of room on these roads, these wider tractors. Thankfully he stopped to let me come to a place to get off the road so I could go past without trying to push me off the road. Hey, trees and hills. It's going to be a nice change somewhere up in there. Cows and crops around here, lots and lots of these cow, I'm not going to call it a farm, cow factories. I did a little bit of research on how these goes with animal welfare, and Korea is in the process of trying to phase them out, but the trouble is they just don't have a lot of land, and definitely not enough land for all of these cows to be wandering around when they need to be having crops, because so much of the country is mountainous. So they're in a bit of a dilemma. Obviously it's not great for the cows. I've seen different standards of the sheds. Some of them have been really good, nice and clean and modern, and some of them have not been nice at all. These are some of the better ones. The cows have got room to move around. They generally have 2 or 3 in each of the stalls, so they still get to be social, and they've got plenty of access to water and food. For a lot of it, it's just getting rid of the waste is the issue, making sure it's clean. One of them, they were knee deep in a mixture of mud and manure. Ooh, went up a hill, legs feeling that. Guessing these little villages, everybody knows everybody. Talk about the silly foreigner in shorts going through. It's a good hill, it's got me puffing nearly at the top. Okay, down the hill and to the water. I'm at 14k at the moment. Seems to have gone quite quickly today. Nearly missed the turn off. I was so busy looking at the view. Actually going that way. And the markers just there. So it was well marked, just me not looking. But it looks like there's a possibility of trail. It is going to be going through quite a lot of trees, so maybe. And another intersection, not knowing which way to go. And the GPS track isn't a lot of help either. But I am going to assume they're going to keep us on the sealed road. So I'll just go down a little bit and recheck the GPS, see if there's a ribbon. Yeah, trail marking, not as good today. Ooh, slippery. It's all this the pine needles on top of a concrete road. It's not this road. Back up the hill. But the good news is, it means we're going across to dirt. Either that or it's just covered concrete, covered so much. Alright, so it looks like it's this way instead. Now there's a trail marker. Would have been a lot better 50 metres further back. Right, there's a lovely trail, dirt trail, pine needles, nice and cushioned, sheltered from the wind, and trees. Yay! That is very well balanced. I count this as single track now. Doesn't seem to be vehicles coming through here. Oh, it's beautiful. Apart from the loud explosion from the quarry nearby, which was very, very loud. Now there's all the crashing as cleaning up the results of the explosion. Yeah, it's a little picnic area. That's cool. That's cool. Let's see what the information sign is. Okay, so he is a writer and he's written many things, and the village that he's used is quite famous now because of what he's written. It's a sort of a pilgrimage site. So this, I think, is an excerpt from one of his books. It's talking about fear, shamanism and different things that you're scared of, and not to be afraid of the fear and live now. I think that was the gist of it. And then that, yeah, I wasn't quite sure on that one. But anyway, so he is a famous author, and this is an area he's written about, and that's why he has a big information sign here. And I will continue. It's funny, it doesn't take much time being on trail or in the forest to forget all the horrible street roads that I've been walking, and just, yeah, back to relaxing. It's beautiful. I am puffing though. It's very undulating, up and down, which is great. Give my legs a break from the roads. It's a pity it's not around the time of day I'd be looking for a campsite, because I've actually seen quite a few in here. A rest stop. At least this junction is signposted nicely. Both an arrow and a ribbon. Beautiful. Oh, that's what's so stupid. I've got stairs now. Ooh. Oh, the birds. Oh, let's stop. That was a very good climbing. Kept on going quite a bit past those staircases. Oh, that was good. Definitely not cold. Alright. Unfortunately, I'm going to run out of this beautiful bush soon, because there is ocean in front of me. But yeah, I think we'll be dropping down to a road shortly. It's raining again. These trees are protecting me at the moment. Hoping by the time I get out from under the trees it'll stop raining. Ooh. New offence. Gonna be dropping down soon. Soon, I mean right now. Oh, down we go. It's still raining. Need a raincoat. Taking it easy going down here. It's really steep. However, despite the rain, it's not actually slippery, which is nice. There's steps for the last bit. Nice view. So we're back out to the coast, and then around the other side of that is the end of the course, and there's a bit of a, looks like a bigger town in there. That was a steep descent, but oh, a heat shelter. Don't think really need a heat shelter today. I think we've got a little bit more about the author here, and that way, still got to drop down a bit further. Talking about his writing, so he was writing in the 70s when it was a dictatorship here still, and it's talking about the equality of people. So I think his books were fiction, but had messages from what I can gather from the sign. That looks like a boat on top of a house. Yes, that is a boat on top of a two-story house. Interesting. Okay, anyway. And this is talking about another of his books. And I think the theme is about how journeys change you. I think I'm going the right way. I mean, no marking. And it's raining again. Signs all the way along here. I'm assuming about each of his books. I will stop translating because my phone will get wet. There's the boat on the building. I notice a lot of the villages got loudspeakers. Every now and again they're giving a message, but unfortunately I can't get Google Translate conversation or Papago to be able to recognise a loudspeaker. Alright, coming down. Yeah, it's raining. Alright, and there are toilets, just for future reference. So that's the bulk of the hill, pretty much flat, and now out of the village and to the water. Something a little bit different, these are yellow blossoms. Lots of sticks out there. Not sure what they're all about. The towns here have very dignified rocks as their place names. I'm assuming that's what that is. As opposed to New Zealand's giant symbol of the town, like a giant carrot or a giant fish. So this is the this is the set of obviously a movie, I'm assuming based off one of the author's books. And despite the lack of signs, we actually oh no, there we are. Yeah, we actually go up here and off the road. Assuming this is a building that was integral to the movie / book. Alright. Yeah, I'm really curious what all these sticks out here are. Colourful. Oh yeah, you can see the town / city up there. Those sticks are holding nets, so I wonder if it's a sort of shellfish. Had a look ahead at possible tent sites, and we are going in that forest, but it only goes for another 2.5 kilometres of forest, so I could stop here at around the 20-kilometre mark and get a motel for the night where it's nice and warm and dry, or I could push on a whole 2 or 3 kilometres and sleep in my tent. So I think I might stop here, be a wuss, make the most of being in a town. I'll see if there's any, there looks to be 3 or 4 motels here, so I should be able to get accommodation. Yes, I'm being a wuss. It was quite deep. I had to go on the other side of these. There's a little ledge. It's enough to tiptoe around. Right, away from the sea and the little lanes, I'm now on the main road, but there is a footpath. I leave the flat but busy road to the less busy but up a hill road. The hill does give a good view over the town. Oh, the temperature's plummeting. It's starting to get quite chilly. Tomorrow, heading up and over to that saddle. It is by road, not by trail, as far as I can tell. Right, continue on. A beautiful tree up there. Oh, gorgeous. This village is a lot more of the traditional building style. Obviously redone most of them. It doesn't look like there's a lot of the originals left, but it's quite nice in character. Once again, signs not quite so clear, but on the map it looks like we go this way, and this is the fortress that we're going to go around. It started raining again. That's a neat statue. It's like the fortress is closed off, or the entrance is somewhere else. Right, I am heading, once again, no marking, but following the GPX route. Oh, I see a flutter over there. So obviously this is a little bit about the fortress. Down the stairs. And here is the end of the course. From there, I've gone all the way across here. That was a beautiful bit of trail in there. And back here. And that was about right. A sort of footpath coming down from there, clamber down the rocks. So the next section, which is course 79, is 27.2 kilometres long. So that's a long one. And it is a 9-hour estimate and rated medium, which hopefully means there's some trails. Either that or it's medium because of the length of it. Right. Nice convenience store just there, and the motel, I think it's that building there. It's got a nice mural. Conveniently the trail goes right past the hotel, so I'm going to see if I can get a room. It's on the 2nd and 3rd floors. This place is a bit more fancy because between the bathroom and the room we've got this little clean space, so the shoes are there. It looks nice. Another standard room. This is only 35,000 won, so cheaper. It even comes with this toiletry set. You've got 2 toothbrushes, a razor, I'm assuming that's shampoo or something, and what they call a lady set. It's got some cotton buds, a makeup wipe, and a hair tie, I'm assuming. Here's a new one. This is pork belly, and you actually cook it right in front of you. And I believe you wrap it in lettuce leaves. Those are the normal side dishes.